As we saw, parts of the metro waking up to damage, down tree branches and other issues following the storms overnight.
And that is where we begin your 9 things to know. This video out of Lenexa shows a tree limb on a family's front yard. There are several reports of damage across the metro. The National Weather Service confirmed a tornado did touch down in Rayville, Missouri. Crews will be in Raymore and Belton today to assess damage there.
North. We're probably going to get tagged, so we're just going to have to hook it. Oh, whoa!
That was pretty good.
Whoa! Storms also caused some power problems. Nick Bender and our crew in Storm Tracker 9 last night saw a power flash on westbound 435 near the Grandview Triangle. It's about 9:30 or so. Evergy, BPU, and Independence Power and Light are all reporting power outages this morning.
Well, we are at a flood watch until 1 this afternoon, and river levels across Kansas and Missouri are rising. Several points along the Missouri River, Platte River, and the Grand River near Chillicothe are rising to moderate or major flood stage. We'll continue to monitor the levels and bring you any changes.
Today, Kansas Senator Jerry Moran will help lead a hearing on a mid-air collision in Washington, D.C. last year that killed 67 people. After the crash, the National Transportation Safety Board made 30 safety recommendations to the FAA to try and prevent future mid-air crashes. They include things like upgrading aircraft collision warning systems, strengthening air traffic controller training, even reducing congestion in the air around busy airports.
We decided to put American businesses and, most importantly, American workers first for a change.
Vice President J.D. Vance made a stop in Kansas City Monday, promoting the Trump administration's push to bring more manufacturing jobs back to the U.S. But the vice president spent much of his half-hour speech criticizing Democrats. He also talked about reducing fraud and redistricting. You can watch his full remarks right now at our website, KMBC.com.
Consumer advocates warn a new mega merger could cause energy prices to rise even higher than they are right now. NextEra Energy plans to acquire Dominion Energy, two companies, some of the largest energy companies in the eastern half of the United States. If approved, the new company would be the largest energy company in the world.
We are learning new details after a shooting at a San Diego mosque. Police say that 3 men were killed, including a security guard who died trying to protect worshipers during the attack. Now, authorities say that the suspects, 17 and 18 years old, took their own lives. Investigators are now calling the shooting a possible hate crime after anti-Islamic writings were found with the teenagers, I should say. School on the ground of the mosque was also evacuated during all of this, but police say no children were hurt.
President Trump says he's pausing a planned attack on Iran after requests came in from allies like Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the United Arab Emirates. The president claims serious negotiations are now underway, though Iran has not publicly agreed to abandon its nuclear or missile programs. The White House claims the president wants a deal that puts America first.
Well, an American doctor has tested positive for Ebola as the deadly outbreak is spreading, and the WHO chief says he's worried.
I'm deeply concerned about the scale and the speed of the epidemic.
Now, the doctor infected has been living in Congo working with a medical missionary organization. At least 131 people have already died in this outbreak, with more than 500 suspected cases reported. The U.S. is now refusing entry to non-citizens who've recently traveled through countries that are dealing with Ebola.